Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a tool review, a comparison between the WEN 6377 and the Porter Cable 7800, both portable power drywall sanders. So let's start off looking at the WEN 6377. One of the big features right out the gate that you'll notice is that it comes with two heads. It comes with a triangle head and also a round circular head. So to interchange the heads, it's really quite simple. You just hit a small switch on the side of the head control of the main body, and the head pops right off, and you can stick the opposite one on. Now, the circular head gives you a really even sanding pattern when you're in the main body of a wall or ceiling. The triangle head is excellent for getting in the corners. It really provides an advantage that the circular head just can't. Another thing that is actually common to both of these models, but specifically to the WEN, is it has a vacuum tube that will connect on the bottom end of the sander and runs through the body of it and connects up at the top. And these ports in the head suck the dust away from the wall to help cut down on some of the airborne dust. Another feature that you'll notice is that it will collapse for easy transport. So it might not be a huge deal, but if that matters to you, it can be helpful. Another handy feature of the WEN model is that it has a telescoping handle, so it can extend or collapse as you need it for more ergonomic control. Now we're going to look at the Porter Cable 7800. Now it has a lot of features very similar to the WEN, but a few minor modifications. Again, it has a vacuum suction tube with a pipe coming out the other end. It has a suction port at the top, but instead, like the WEN, instead of having the holes in the center, it actually has a vacuum chamber around the outside of the head, which just creates a little bit different vacuum pattern. Let me clarify how the vacuum attachment works on each of these sanders. So on the triangular head of the WEN, there are holes in the center of the sanding pad that help suck some of that dust away. And that allows the sanding pad to go clear to the outside edge of the tool head and allow you to get right up to the edge of a wall. On the circular heads, on both the Porter Cable and the WEN, there are not holes in the center, rather there's a dust shroud, vacuum shroud around the outside of the sanding pad that does a little bit better job of pulling dust away, but it doesn't let you get up close to the edge of a wall. Now, with this whole vacuum system, keep in mind, at best you could hope to vacuum up 50% of the dust that's created. The whole process still is going to make a big mess. So a couple of features common to both these units that you'll notice, they both have a swivel head, which makes it very easy to maintain a smooth pattern across a wall or ceiling and avoid getting the dips and divots that you would if it didn't have that feature. It seems that the WEN flexes a little bit easier and moves a little bit more freely than the Porter Cable. Something to note. Another thing that they both have in common is a variable control of speed. So as we use both of these models side by side for several hours this afternoon, one of the biggest things that we noticed is the weight difference. The WEN is a little bit heavier than the Porter Cable, but the biggest difference is the actual weight distribution. The WEN has the motor controlling the head at the head itself, whereas the Porter Cable has the motor down here on the handle where it's kind of lower to your body, and then it has a flexible drive shaft to take the power to the head. And it's really amazing the difference that makes when you are holding this up above your head for a couple hours at a time. And so for our application, the lightweight and portability of the Porter Cable really shine brightly against the little bit heavier weight and awkward weight distribution of the WEN. However, the cost of the Porter Cable is a couple times that of the WEN. So if budget is a concern, the WEN is the way to go. Also, if we had been using this in a wall sanding application, really the weight wouldn't have been noticeable and the usability of the triangular head would have been quite handy. So it really depends on your application what's best for you. Hopefully this review has been helpful. If you want to purchase either of these units, you can check out the links in the description below. We'll see you next time.